Day 1 of me rewatching and reviewing The Legend of Korra every day until I finish the series. Let's discuss it. My initial thoughts as I'm starting the episode are of nostalgia. I have seen this show many times, but going back to it has an earnest feeling to it. Ironically, like starting a mini adventure. It's nice seeing all these characters again despite already knowing what happens to all of them. Now let's get to the pros and cons. Con number 1. The introduction does nothing to explain how this 4-year-old knows 3 elements. All established lore has this phenomena being quite unlikely, since you would need to first know you are the Avatar and then know how to use all the other elements, or at least have someone to teach you how to. But the sheer lack of any explanation followed by "I'm the Avatar, you have to deal with it" gives off the impression the writers don't care about your opinion. They want to tell a story their way and they will do so, whether you like it or not. Con number 2 relates to Korra not being very relatable as a character. Saying this is a fictional show and so she doesn't have to be relatable doesn't make you smart, it makes you a sheep. We as the audience are at least meant to like, or at the very least identify with Korra in some way. But all I'm seeing is a young woman who has no patience, is very arrogant, is very brash, and is immune to consequences. Take when she breaks the wall as a kid. Does this strike you as good behavior? Why were her parents tolerating this nature from a child? Are they not meant to be teaching her to do better than this? Let's also look at the police incident. Korra did far more damage than the Triad did. She is overtly violent towards peaceful protesters, and when she was fishing in public, which yes, she did not know this was illegal, so it's sort of okay, she still ran away when the police came. There is a pattern building up here, and it's that Korra does not get to experience consequences. Other people deal with the fallback for her, like Tenzin in this very episode. It's a bit jarring to see the 17-year-old behave less maturely than the literal children we saw in Avatar: The Last Airbender. My final con is the terrible setup for the Equalists. Okay, so benders are oppressing non-benders, right? But where? The Triad scene? What I saw were criminals threatening an innocent person. Whether bending or not doesn't really matter much here. But to put it in a different way, what I saw was benders threatening a non-bender, then proceed to get beaten up by another bender, and then a bending police force falls from the sky to sort out the entire situation. I'm not seeing inequality here, I'm seeing a city running its course. The police force seems very active and willing to support the non-benders, so what inequality? The protester scene doesn't really do much either. All it's telling me is Korra is careless and brash. Bottom line is, this is a city with problems that all cities have. If you want me to believe in inequality between benders and non-benders, you need more proof than this one is born with power, this one wasn't. See? Not equal. From what I saw, it's money that determines power in the city, not bending. Now let's look at the pros. Number 1, Republic City is beautifully crafted. The streets, the park, the roads, and the modernized infrastructure look fantastic. The best part is it doesn't heavily focus on any of the nations. It just sits as a beacon of unity, and that is wonderful to me. Number 2 is the character work. It's very easy to read these characters early and tell who is likable and who certainly isn't. Just a quick glimpse allows you to judge these characters fairly and allows you to truly immerse yourself. Tenzin being the man with the responsibilities that are stressing him, but still doing his best. Beifong being extremely uptight and work-oriented. The Air Kids being, well, incarnations of Aang Cilia or more studied sides. And seeing Katara was also a breath of fresh air. My final pro for the episode was the introduction of the metal-bending police force. Seeing these guys drop down from the sky like mechanical Spider-Man was truly something. And like I said before, their ability to quickly apprehend criminals is also incredible. So, bonus points for them using airships as their bases in the sky to allow them to traverse the city effectively. I won't be giving a summary for this episode since I pretty much did that while giving pros and cons. But the episode rating for The Legend of Korra Book 1 Episode 1 will be an 8 out of 10. I'm deducting 2 points for Korra's bad initial introduction, the lack of answers being provided for a crucial moment in the story, and for the bad setup of the Equalists. That, and currently there hasn't been a stated goal or pathway for the Avatar. She just wants to be the Avatar and master air. But that doesn't strike me as a goal worth an entire series or even just a season. Yes, I know the Equalists are the main villains, but this first episode did nothing to link them as Korra's enemies or final goal. Join me tomorrow for episode 2, and do let me know your thoughts in the comments.